So back to our formula. The option premium equals real value plus time value. So note, all you need to know is how to calculate the time value and real value, if any, in an option premium. This is really the important part when you're talking about the value of options. So what is time value? Well, time value is just a rearrangement of the formula. It's equal to your option premium minus intrinsic or real value. So let's give some examples here. Share price here of Apple was 111.76. We've got call options on the left, we've got put options on the right. So I'll just highlight call options on the left, put options on the right. And you can see here that on the left hand side at the 108 strike, the share price or the option premiums are in the money to the value of 376. Because if you think about it, you can buy the right to buy the shares of Apple at 108, but if they're trading at 111.76, nobody in their right mind is going to give you that right for free. So because you're getting a $3.76 advantage. On the flip side of that, there's absolutely no real or in the money value in the put options, because it's not worth your while selling the shares at 108 when you can sell them at 111.76. So we'll go through a few of these examples over the next few slides. So let's look at a call options example at the 108 strike. So we know that the intrinsic or real value equals the share price minus the strike price, and we know the time value equals the option premium minus the intrinsic value. We know Apple is trading at 111.76. We know the strike price is 108. We know the premium from the previous slide was 785. So now we can calculate our in the money or real value. So in the money equals the share price, which is 111.76, minus the strike price, which is 108. So the real value was 376. On the time value side, now we can calculate the time value. It's simply the option premium, which we know was 785, minus the real value, which is 376, which is $4.06 in time value. Now this might not appear too important to you now because we haven't got into option strategies, but when we're teaching you in the covered call strategy to generate extra premium on shares that you own, you're going to really appreciate knowing how much time value is in an option. So now we're going to look at a real example here as well of the Apple put options at the 108 strike. So let's talk you through this. We know the formula for the put option for intrinsic value, slightly different for call options than put options. This time it's the in the money strike minus the share price. So we know Apple is trading at 111.76. We know the strike price is 108. We know that's out of the money for puts. And we know the premium from our previous slides is 390 for the put options. So therefore our intrinsic or real value is 0 because the put options are out of the money. There's absolutely no real value in that. So that means our calculation of the time value is really simple. It's 390 minus 0, which is 390. And that's really important again to know, because what you can gain from this later on is how to generate monthly returns from selling put option premium, and that's a strategy in itself we're going to share with you later on, so it's worthwhile paying attention. So let's go to reverse this time. Let's use the 115 strike on the calls. Again, we know our formulas. Apple is trading at 111.76. The strike price is 115. It's out of the money for calls, and we know that the premium for the out of the money calls was 385. We knew that from a couple of slides back. So the in the money value is 0 because the call option is out of the money. So therefore the time value is 385. Again, really important to know, especially when we go through our covered call strategy, which is coming up next. On the put option side, this time we do have in the money here in the puts. The share price is trading at 111.76. The put option strike price is 115. So that's out of the money. Again, thinking of that logically, if you've bought the right to sell the shares of Apple at 115 and they're only trading at 111.76, you've got an advantage there. So there has to be real value in that option contract. We know the premium from the previous slides for the 115 strike was 695. So to calculate the in the money or intrinsic value, it's very simple. It's the strike price minus the share price, and that gives you 324. And then the time value is simply the option premium minus your real value, which gives you 371. So there's 371 in time value in that. Can't stress enough, guys, how important it is for you to go and do loads of examples in this. You've access to a demo account now from our online trading course, so you should be able to practice this day in, day out. So if you have any questions on the option pricing, please contact us. It's really important. We're now actually going to start moving on into doing some option strategies and the